Good afternoon and welcome to a vocabulary lesson on the terms that are coming from the Civil War, Part 2. So we are continuing our list with the following terms as they appear on the left-hand side. Hopefully you've had the opportunity to copy or paste them into your notes, and now we'll take a look at the group that is in front of us, a group of 6 terms. Okay. One of these words is a verb, and it means to talk or to speak or to hold a meeting with someone. And Walt Whitman will say that the drums that signal for war do not come for any parley. Parley is that verb that we were talking about, and it means to stop, to talk or to speak. To parley with someone is to have a meeting with someone. So to talk or to speak with another person is to parley or to hold a parley, either one. Anything that is sharp or alert or something that signifies you're thinking clearly would be keen, okay? When something is keen, it means to be sharp or alert or able to think clearly. He had a keen sense of smell, for example. Douglas had a keen understanding of how important education was to someone in his condition. On this list, if you're going to cause harm to someone or speak badly about someone, that's considered to malign them. To malign is to cause or intend to harm. To cause harm or to intend harm. The 1,000 injuries of Fortunato I had borne, but when he ventured upon insult, or when he maligned me, says Montresor, I vowed revenge. Anything that is hateful or egregious or causing a strong dislike is said to be odious. What an odious display of disrespect, causing hatred or strong dislike. If you're looking for the synonym for a bell, that would be a knell. Do not send for whom the knell tolls, it tolls for thee, says John Donne in Meditation 17. You'll read that next year. But a knell is the sound of a bell tolling, or the tolling. Sometimes you could talk about the knell of that signifies someone has died. The knell, the bell. And lastly, a person who makes speeches is an orator. One who makes speeches. So think about Patrick Henry and his give me liberty or give me death speech. Patrick Henry was a phenomenal orator. Remember all of his rhetorical devices that he used, or literary devices that he used, like rhetorical questions and loaded language and allusions and all those kinds of things. He was a great persuasive speaker. Okay, our next set of words here on this list, we have an adjective that means causing a strong feeling or touching you deeply. What a poignant performance that actor gave in that movie, right? If something is poignant, it's causing a strong feeling. It is touching. It is deeply affecting. Remember in Letters to His Son, Robert E. Lee says that he was looking over the life of Washington that his son had given him for his perusal. If you're talking about perusing something or looking, it's a looking over something, an examination of something. An examination or looking over of something. So I give you this book for your perusal. I give you these notes for your perusal. Anything that pertains to the color pink or having a pink color resembling a rose would be roseate. So having pink color, or resembling a rose, or something that is overly optimistic. You could say, oh, she looks at things through roseate glasses. Overly optimistic. If someone's senses are preternaturally sharp, you're saying that they are supernaturally sharp, inexplicable, existing outside of nature. Inexplicable, as we said, very unusual. There's a preternatural silence in the house. If you want to redress the wrongs that someone has done, you want to correct them. Lee says he will redress the wrongs that the North has done to the South. And to presage, we can use this as a verb or we can use it as a noun. To presage something is to predict that it's going to happen, to foretell. I could use it as a noun also, which means essentially the same thing, a prediction, or an omen, a sign. I cannot presage the future, you may hear someone say. Cannot predict the future. Okay, our last set of 4 are here, and maybe you've heard of what we would refer to as a mass of spinning air would be the vortex of something. Or you can talk about liquid that pulls things to the center is a vortex, right? Liquid that pulls, sorry about that mess, things to the center. In an occurrence at Owl Creek Bridge, it says that the firewood would burn like tow. It would burn like short, broken fibers, like stuffing. In other words, if the wood is very dry, it'll burn like stuffing. It'll burn like straw. We all know the word virtue as opposed to a vice. So if someone is virtuous, we're saying that they're very good. They're morally good. Maybe they're showing integrity or nobility or bravery. Virtuous is a word that denotes someone who is morally upstanding. And then lastly, the word trestle often has to deal with trains. It's the structure used to support railroad tracks, or a braced frame. We'll see that in occurrence at Owl Creek Bridge too. A structure used to support railroad tracks, the train trestle. Okay, and there you have it. That's the last set of words from the Civil War.